millions back each year to our local community through local sponsorships, events, and fundraisers. Learn more about it at law.com. That's pjhlaw.com. There's never been a better time to switch to sex.
What? That can't be right. Okay, come on. And what is that? Yeah, they must have run a Zoom update, Sam. These things are different. It's hot here already. Oh no.
Good morning, Steve.
Hey.
I can't find the glasses I can see with.
Ah.
Oh, it's so hot. I'm just like sweating standing here. It's crazy.
Oh, good boy. Hang out. We'll go walking later, okay? Long walk later. Yeah, it's hot here already, that's for sure. Who do we have? We got Rhonda. Good morning. Welcome, Cheryl. Hey, Angela. Good to see you. Water. Tengo agua. Good morning, Carol. Welcome.
Good morning.
Hey, Christina, you're here.
Hey, David, I have a question for you.
Sure.
For the teacher practice one, how does that work?
Well, kind of like a study group. Maybe we practice some teaching. You come in and do like a 5 to 7 minute demonstration of whatever it is you teach: meditation, asana, sound bowl, whatever. Maybe we actually explore a particular asana or sequencing. We can maybe discuss philosophy or anatomy. Anything you got going on in your course content you would like to discuss or question. It's a pretty open deal, a lot of possibilities.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. Angela, I've seen you in the community for quite a while, but I don't know that I've ever seen you in one of my practices. If I have, it's been a while. But I'm really glad you're
Hey,
here.
Google, increase volume 10%.
Yes, it's been a while, but I've been here.
Was it last
Hey,
summer
Google.
when I was first doing this with OYS?
Increase volume
Maybe.
10%.
Maybe. Yeah, it's been a while. I can't usually make the times that you offer it, but I had some time today. So I actually that's what I was just doing, is adding it all to my calendar.
Really? Well, I'm really glad you're here.
I'm glad too.
So, all right, everybody, we got 2 minutes to hit go time. Those 2 minutes are ample opportunity to set your device to speaker view. Why is this? I'm trying to figure out why my device won't spotlight. Okay. So set the speaker view, and hopefully when I mute everybody out, it'll put you on me. I think Zoom did an update, meaning I have to go back in and redo my settings. There's a lot of weird stuff with Zoom today that hasn't been there before. Also, not only set the speaker view, but we'll get kind of any sort of necessary skill you might need. Let's say, maybe, oh, hold on. Hey, Christina, could you mute your device? It's not allowing me to. Thank
Sorry.
you. No problem. Thank you. Yeah, props like blocks or towel or strap. Might want to get maybe notebook and pen. I tend to throw a lot of things out on the table for you to pick from. Some of them you might like, some of them you might not like. So you know, if you got a notebook and a pen, you can make notes. Steve did this thing that I did not like, and I will never do again. You know, it could be a handy tool. Maybe a beverage like water, tea. Some folks like aromatherapy. I burn a little sandalwood. That's one of my favorites. Vetiver is nice. You just start sweeping aside any kind of distractions. Like smart device notifications. Do not disturb is a good thing to have. Lost one. Okay, it's Monday morning. Welcome. Let's get started. If you would please, you should be at speaker view, so you should see me. I've got everybody muted. One option that I like it's optional to you. Camera on helps me to guide, helps me to figure the tempo of my cues, helps me to refine my cues to best suit you. But you don't have to have your camera on. It's not a requirement. It just helps me if you choose to do that. That would be cool. And let's start out in something different. You know we're going to start in child's pose. We always do. So grab child's pose, please. Not familiar? Child's pose easy. Just get on hands and knees. Push your seat back to heels. Walk hands forward. You can sweep your arms down your side. That's kind of nice. There's variations, but bottom line, just get grounded, settled, comfortable, so we can start laying the foundation of this Monday morning groove we're about to get into. While we're here, we start to make a shift into yoga mode. We do that with breath. The three aspects or three parts to this technique. First part, please narrow your breath to your nostrils. And if that doesn't work for you, by all means, breathe through your mouth. But if possible, please, nostril breathing. The second thing is going to be full capacity breath. Inhale, completely filling up. Exhale, totally evacuating, adiosing any breath out of your body. I mean, that requires some intention and some attention. It's an active thing. Certainly won't happen passively. And then the third aspect is to just smooth it out, make it even and fluid and free. Notice I didn't say slow. There are going to be times you're hungry for oxygen. Breath will move fast. Okay, no problem, but let's keep it deep and steady and fluid. Well, why do we breathe like this? Well, it is power yoga. There are going to be some aspects that will require oxygen. Muscles will be hungry for oxygenated blood. But more so, it is yoga. This type of breath requires focused attention. We don't do this breathing naturally. It requires you to put your attention on it and keep your attention on it. This focused concentration is the precursor to meditation. And that right there is the yoga. Everything else is just kind of like Eastern style calisthenics. But without this focus, no way for mind to become quiet. And that is the yoga. You're just giving yourself a little buffer zone, setting aside things like schedules and bank accounts and to-do lists, setting aside everything you think you might know about the practice, this yoga instructor, more importantly, your practice, yourself. Just set it aside for a little bit. Make some room for new experience. And understand also that anything that I offer to you is simply suggestions. And I'm full of suggestions. Got a lot of them. A woman divorcing me, she thinks I'm full of something else. You might agree with her, and that's okay. If that's the case, you modify or you discard and you just avoid all the drama. Because ultimately, this is your practice. You are the final judge, the final arbiter, the final say. We have no rules. I offer you a couple boundaries. First one, safety. You find that something hurts or something is just not squaring away with your cognition, your discernment and intuition. Well, again, modify it or discard it. Remain safe. Second boundary is calmness. Our calmness is evidenced by the state of breath. If you find your breath strained, choppy, no longer fluid and deep, well, you're no longer calm. Take a break. Set the knees down. And please don't worry about missing a yoga pose, because there ain't no rules here. No rules saying you got to do every pose. And we just start adding some creative shapes, some creative movements, while we remain steadfast in this even-mindedness, this steady breath. So how about this? Let's tuck our toes under, and with arms out in front, palms pressing, begin to lift your knees and bring your butt up as you straighten your legs to a personal degree. Chest goes low. You're an upside down V shape. They call it downward facing dog. Might be your first dog of the day. Maybe your knees don't straighten all the way. That's all right. Just kind of flirt with it. Take a look around with mind's eye. And no, we're not looking around the room to see who's got the fanciest leggings or whose ass is high, whose heels are low. Mind's eye. Look through your body and notice. This does not feel good. This does feel good. Perhaps I could lean a little this way. Maybe I could press a little here. Maybe I should back off a little there. Ask the questions without any kind of judgment or criticism, but just innocent curiosity. And then your body, your sacred partner, will respond. It will say, hey, this. And you begin to develop intimacy with your partner. That's right. Asana practice can make you a better lover if done in yogic manner. One more deep breath of air into your belly. Exhale, lower both knees to the mat, but let them come together, touching, and open your ankles and heels about a little wider than hips. You start walking your hands back towards your knees as you lower your seat towards the mat. It might not ever get there. You just lower it to a personal degree. You bring your shoulders up over your hips, and if the knees are fragile, you can keep hands down, but you can still. If it's appropriate, maybe put your palms on your thighs or together at your chest. Stay with breath. Is it still with you? Is it still steady, fluid, deep? I have a participant with the name of iPhone. Please put a name on your screen and please mute your device. Thank you. And welcome. Now go ahead, place your hands back on the mat. Walk them forward to a table position, like a child crawling across the room, hands and knees. Tuck toes back under, and once again, return to down dog. Lift butt, drop head and chest. And maybe we could look at this one a little deeper. It's the second one. So maybe press into palms, rotate elbows towards back of room. perhaps start reaching away with the entirety of the backs of your legs. And that's probably enough exploration for this second one. We can get a little more deep with it later. Next exhale, lower your right knee to the mat, below your right hip. Your left leg back, go ahead and ground your left heel. The sole of your left foot is against the mat now. Lean into your right hand and inhale. Open your left hand up to the ceiling. Your chest is facing the left side wall. And here we go. Balancing. Just a baby arm balance. We'll explore balance today. You can challenge this balance in a couple ways. You know, maybe you have your right foot kicked back off the side of the mat like a kickstand. Very stable, right? What happens if you line up left foot, right knee, right hand, and put them all on the same line? Challenge to balance. It becomes a little wobbly maybe. With all those parts aligned, if you take a look up to your left hand, what happens then? Vicissitudes, right? Things get a little shaky, a little wobbly, a little, just breathe steady. Ain't no big deal. Drop left bicep over left ear and start reaching fingertips towards front wall as you lift your left leg off the ground, maybe 2 millimeters, maybe 2 feet, maybe you come up parallel to Mother Earth. It's personal. Just lift to your own degree. While you're here, you can maybe roll left chest open a little bit. Now let's return left hand to the sky with left leg lifting. Take a breath of air, and on the exhale, long left leg, just sweep it right out in front of you, like it's a 90-degree bend where it meets your hip. Opening your left hand back, opening wide will help create counterbalancing. And you can kind of say, what the hell is holding my leg up there? This is weird, it's different. It's kind of exciting. One more breath in. Exhale, take your left leg right back where it was. Bend your left knee and grab a hold of an ankle or foot with your left hand. And while you're there, just use a little thigh strength, left thigh contraction to open left shoulder, little left arm strength to open left hip. To release this, and on an inhale, straighten your left leg, reach your left hand straight up, opening on this inhale. Exhale, left leg still lifting, bring left hand down to the mat, square hips up, and reach your right arm forward. Great. Couple breaths here. You know what, we did one shoulder, how about we get the other? Bend your left knee, reach back with your right hand, take a hold of an ankle or a foot, and again, you can use your left quadricep contraction, like you're kicking away, and your strong grip will allow your shoulder, right shoulder, to open. You can further enhance it with a little right arm strength, lifting your left leg. And so we're simultaneously lifting and stretching. It's a pretty groovy blend. Next exhale, release, and then inhale, lengthen right arm forward, left leg back. Top of your inhale, slight lifting if you wish. Exhale, put it all on the mat, and we switch. Left knee is down under left hip, step your right foot back. Ground your right heel, so right foot like suction cup, holding the mat. Lean into your left hand and inhale, open your right hand up high. So you can keep I guess this is your left foot this time. You can keep it kind of kicked out. It helps stability. You want to challenge balance a little, you just line it up with right foot, left knee, left hand. You just put them all on like a tightrope. Or maybe somewhere in between. It's personal. These are just ideas I'm offering. Dropping your right arm over your bicep will allow for some reaching. And then you just lift your right leg up where it feels nice. We're looking for moderation, something between too much and not enough. It's a really weird concept in this country. You know, we do things all the way here, intensity. It's probably why we're the world leaders in destroying the planet, right? So a little moderation. Bring your right hand back up to the sky. Inhale. As you exhale, just hinge at your right hip. Bring your long right leg out in front of you. If you got somebody next to you, you know, probably want to lift your leg so you don't violate it. Right arm opening will help counterbalance the weight of your right leg in front. Good. Next inhale, swing right leg back where it was. Right arm is up high. Now breathe out, bend your right knee and just take a hold of something with your right hand. And again, some thigh contraction, some arm strength, allow for opening, lifting, strengthening, but also stretching, lengthening. It's called suppleness or flexibility, tone or strength, stamina, because we're here for a moment. Release the bind, inhale, extend right leg, right arm away from each other towards front and back wall. And then exhale, bring right hand down to the mat. The right leg's still lifting. Square your hips up. You don't need a mirror, just feel it. And reach your left arm forward. Bicep to ear, thumb up, pinky down. Hey, you know, I forgot to say on the other side, but we could keep our nose pointed at the mat so your neck is soft. One of the first things you'll see somebody do in this pose is to bind up their neck, throw tension into their neck. Next thing, their face gets intense, like they're trying to scare somebody with their look. For some reason, we're programmed to react to a little challenge with stress, with freak out. Just stay calm, right? No big deal. On your exhale, bend your right knee and reach back with your left hand. Take a hold of something. And again, apply a little bit of contraction to engage in a little bit of flexion. Releasing the bind, let an inhale, reach arm forward, leg back. Top of that inhale, maybe slight extra lift. Ooh, that's nice, right? Set it all down. Step both feet back to upper push-up position. It's called plank. Or balancing on my palms and toes. And did you know that anytime you're in this pose, you may lower your knees and have all the benefits with just a little less intensity. That's a very particularly difficult muscle. It's called humility. And it's okay to engage that muscle anytime. One big breath. Over the course of your exhale, bend your elbows, lowering with control. No momentum, but intention. Coming all the way down through your biceps, brush your ribs, bring chest, chin, everything down flat to the mat. Keep your hands right where they're at. Then release the tops of your feet. Over an inhale, press into your palms. Lift chest, shoulders, torso, but not lifting thighs. It's called cobra. Exhale, come on down, let your chin touch. We're only going to do 2 more, so, enjoy it. Inhale, press the cobra. Glutes are loose. Exhale, come on down, chin touch, chest touch. One more time, inhale up the cobra, but let's stay here for, how about 5 breaths? And then while we're here, we can dig into some palms to lengthen belly flesh. We can roll shoulders back like we're sliding our shoulder blades in the back pockets. Perhaps a chin tuck to lengthen your neck. And you know what? Now it's time for that 5th breath. Inhale. Exhale, come on down. Chin touch. Tuck your toes. Press the plank. Same exhale to down dog pose. Good. So right there. Cobra, plank, down dog. That's called a vinyasa, which is a really fancy word for just saying push-up or place in particular manner. But yeah, it's a full push-up. You might find as they add up, you're not digging it. So you're cool to go from cobra directly to down dog, or maybe go table to down dog. Pick, choose, yoga buffet, eat what you want. Now, if you're with me, let's keep this dance going and begin to warm the body. Inhale, tilt your tailbone up, slight glance forward. Exhale, step or quietly hop your feet to your hands. Never pounding the body. Inhale, glance forward, lengthen your spine, looking forward. Exhale, long torso, fold to thighs at the bottom of exhale. Allow your back to round, your head hang low. Open arms like wings. Pull your chest away from your thighs as you lift halfway. This is inhaling. Exhale, stay right here for a little more. One more. Inhale, come up, shoulders over hips. Top of your inhale, arms are reaching high. A back bend if you decide. Now exhale, fold forward. Just fall, chest over thighs. Head down low, hands down low. Inhale, glance out. This is length, forward looking. Exhale, plant palms, step or hop the plank. Same exhale, lower with control, with strength. Come all the way down. You can go halfway down if you want something a little spicier. Inhale, bend your spine. It's a cobra or an up dog. There's options here. Breathe out. Chin touch the mat. Push the plank. Ass up, head down. Downward facing dog. Ugh. So, you ever notice in the mat when you're in asana, you're standing on your left leg and you got it rocking and rolling, steady, groovy. 2 weeks later, you're standing on the left leg, everything's shaky. What the hell happened? Balance points in our body, they shift. It's a natural occurrence. Off the mat, in life, an event occurs, whether it's pleasant or unpleasant, doesn't matter. It can have an impact on the balance of your life. So whether it's on the mat or off the mat, these events, these natural occurrences can impact balance. We got a choice. We can freak out, or we can over celebrate, or we can just be cool, feel it, experience it without apoplectic meltdown. Your choice. Inhale, tailbone high. Exhale, feet come to hands. That's walking or hopping. Inhale, glance out for length. Exhale, fold. Arms wide, flat back. Inhale, come up to standing, maybe back bend, maybe not. Exhale, fold. Head goes low. Inhale, half lifting, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, hands to mat, go to plank. Follow your exhale, lower down. Halfway, all the way, your way. Breathe into a back bend, cobra or up dog. Breathe out, do push up or not in the downward facing dog. Ooh. I don't know if you ever noticed when these challenges hit and things get a little thrills and spills and chills. For me, when I freak out or over celebrate the challenge, the event, it seems to hang on longer, like I'm holding on to it. I found some kind of unconscious loyalty to it. I find if I can stay calm, steady, yoga sta, karu karmani, it'll pass much easier. I don't know, have you experienced that? Deep breath, tilt tailbone high. Exhale, step or quietly hop, keep the hands. Inhale, glance out, finding length. Exhale, fold, nipples to knees, head down low. Arms wide, flat spine. Inhale, rise, reach high, maybe back bend. Exhale, fall forward, just fold, gentle, nice. Take a big breath as you glance forward, remove rounding of spine. Full exhale, hands to the mat, same exhale, plank, same exhale. Lower down, chaturanga or pancake, it's all the same. Follow that, breathing into your back bend. And then just exhale to a down dog. Ideally, your body is warm, but what if it's not? Might not be. Well, we talked about moderation, somewhere between too much, not enough. If we keep that concept throughout our practice, we really minimize chance of injury because we're not warm, right? Because we're not pushing an agenda, we're not forcing. We're just staying gentle, moderate. You have boundaries of safety and calmness you can employ. Start to find that really you're the teacher. I'm just somebody offering some ideas. So how do we balance in down dog? I know what you're thinking. I could lift a leg in three-leg dog, but here, let's try this. Take your right hand, reach back and grab the outside of your left knee. Now, without compromising your left leg, without needing to bend the knee more than necessary, just start to slide your right hand down your outer left shin or calf to an appropriate place that only you know where that's at. Once you find that spot, just lock on with your grip, and maybe right bicep engaged. Bend your right elbow and take a look under your left armpit. So this is a three-leg dog, isn't it? Right? Then bring your right hand back to where it was, back to down dog. And just take your left hand, reach across your body, grab your outer right knee. And just innocently, curiosity, just gentle, bring left hand down to the outer leg, just to a personal degree. Because you really, not really going anywhere. And if you wish, left elbow bends and it brings you into a twist where you're looking up under your right armpit. And did you know there is really nowhere to go? All your benefit can be found in the effort, not the acquisition. Once you're like, oh, I've arrived, you've actually gone backwards. Paradox, right? Left hand comes back to down dog. How about this? Once again, right hand, but let's bring that right hand behind your back. Place the back of your right hand on your sacrum, belt line. Try to keep your shoulders level. Begin to swiggle the back of your right hand up towards the back of your neck. It doesn't have to get there. Just take it to where you find a sweet stretching in the front of your right shoulder, sweet strengthening all over your left shoulder. And guess what? Your breath is still steady and deep and fluid. Place right hand back to down dog where it was, and might want to open mouth, stick out tongue, and go, and then come back to breath. And take your left hand, place the back of your left hand at belt line. Square shoulders. One of them might have popped up. Just even it back up again, and then make a decision as you bring your left hand up your spine. Make a decision where the right place is for you to stop and just indulge. As soon as you feel the front of your shoulder, your left shoulder, the pose is working. To go beyond that, well, we just dip into vanity at that point. Breathing. Left hand comes back to down dog. Now that's enough of that. How about something else? Right leg. Breathe in. Lift your right leg up high. High as you like. Stay here for a moment. Let's explore this. With your right leg lifted, your breath moving steady, what happens if you rotate your right hip up over your left hip? Maybe you feel pelvic floor, maybe inner right thigh as you're lifting. And then maybe possibly rotate your right hip even with your left hip. And as you continue lifting your right leg, do you feel the hamstring on the back side of your left leg? The subtle little changes. I don't know what you're trying to feel. So here's some ideas right there. Two different things to explore. One more breath. Over the course of your exhale, sweep your right foot forward towards your right thumb and set it on the mat at the bottom of your exhale. Remain up on your left toes with your right chest hovering a couple inches over your right thigh. Open your arms like airplane wings. Slight chin tuck, begin to pull top of skull away from tailbone. Push right hip back, left hip forward. On inhale, biceps come to ears, maybe touch all 10 fingertips beyond your skull. Exhale, sweep your arms back, stand up on your right leg, lifting left leg behind you. Now you can be toes 2 inches off the mat, or maybe you have left leg and torso parallel to mat, or somewhere in between. This is called airplane balancing. Couple breaths here as you tuck chin to lengthen neck. Maybe rotating left hip even with right hip. How about lifting arms a little higher than everything? Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, come up to standing, set your left foot down. Exhale, lift your right knee out in front of you. Now your right knee might be belt level, or it might be nipple level, or somewhere in between. Lift it to your personal degree. Hands are on hips, take a breath. Exhale, lean your torso left, extend your right leg out towards the right wall, maybe where the floor meets the wall, maybe where the wall meets the wall. It's a side kick, we'll call it Bruce Lee asana. Lengthen out. Remember this muscle down on our hands and knees earlier? Inhale, bring right knee back in front of you, torso upright, tall. Now, you got two choices. Your right hand can hold your right knee, or your two first fingers can hook the right big toe. If you chose to take your toe, begin to extend your right leg in front of you. But, please keep your spine tall. Did you know it's okay to have a bent knee here? It does not have to be straight. Just keep spine tall. Once you're feeling it, it is working. Pose is working once you have sensation. Now, whether you're holding a toe or a knee, how about open that limb off towards the right wall? Left hand is on your left hip. Maybe it can help you spread your left hip open away from your right leg. And if you wish to challenge balance here, if it's not enough, you want more, but it's not too much, maybe turn your eyes towards left wall. Whoa, what happened? Bring your eyes forward, bring your right leg out in front of you. We're just going to switch hands. Left hand takes a hold of right foot or right knee. Remember, two choices. Spine is still tall. Open your chest to right wall. Bring right hand towards back wall. Tall spine. I don't know what it is that goes through our heads. It's like we must fully extend our leg. I got an idea what that is, but it's not necessary. Extend to personal degree. One more challenge to balance. If you wish, take a look at your right thumb. What happens there? Bring it all back around front. And now both hands on either right foot, right shin, or right knee. One more time. Roll shoulder blades down, back. Inhale. Lift your spine tall. Pull ribs out of pelvis. On the exhale, bend your elbows and fold your long torso over your right thigh. I know, you don't see me doing it. There's a reason for that. Just breathe here. Come back upright. Hands on hips. Now, right leg still lifting. If you wish, at this point, if you just bend knee, maybe stick your right foot out there. Either way, knee lift, leg lift, both hands up, biceps to ears. Over inhale, lift anything you can conceive of. Exhale, set your right foot next to left foot, torso half forward. Lift your left leg behind you, open your arms out like wings. We're back to airplane balance. Woo! Yeah. It is just gentle, it's smooth, like a nonchalant stroll through the park. We're just touching everything we can. Left hand, you can place it on the mat below your left shoulder, or you can place it on the block, or you can just skip it. And so let's start opening. Right arm to the ceiling, right shoulder over left shoulder. How about right hip over left hip? Yeah. Just a creative little way to touch some core, to open some pelvic floor, to lengthen some things out. And this might be enough, but if you want to do something a little different, maybe bend your left knee and take a hold of your foot or ankle with your left hand. And while you're in this kind of weird standing side balance, use your thigh muscle to open your shoulder. Use strong arm to lift your left leg. Wow. Full exhale. Inhale, release, bind. Extend your left leg to back wall, right hand to sky. Over your exhale, rotate back to airplane balancing and just indulge in all kinds of fibers of your right butt. Take a breath. Exhale, begin bending your right knee as you bring your torso down towards your right thigh. Bent knee balancing. Some places call it balancing stick, where I'm just bending my right knee as I float in the air. Next exhale, put your hands on the mat, somewhere close to right foot. As you inhale, lift your left leg a little higher, straighten your right leg to personal degree. This is standing split. Okay, you want fancy Sanskrit? Urdhva Pasa Rita Ika Padasana. We're just folding over with my leg in the air. How's that? That's a good name. Big breath of air. Exhale, lowering your left leg. Set your left foot towards the back of the mat, not too far back. Left foot is flat, everything, sole of foot touching, foot off on an angle. Straighten your right leg. Now you're in a pyramid pose, a little stretching here as you push your right hip back, your left hip forward, pull breastbone towards big toe of right foot. Just so sweet. Now you may want to step left foot up a little bit. It might be back a little much. Again, personal. I got no clue what you're feeling. Only you know. Left hand, let's keep it down somewhere below left shoulder. Maybe on a block, maybe on fingertips. Options, right? Over the inhale. Bring your right arm up towards the ceiling as you open your chest towards the right side wall. Just twisting a triangle here, yeah? Cool. And every time we land in these poses, you know Steve's going to start rambling on while you breathe. How about during that time, look for anything you can open and shine light on. You open those spaces, the light goes in, and it reveals things. You can look at the things and you can make some decisions, and then they, instead of being reactive, they become conscious choices. One more breath. Exhale, right hand comes down to the mat. Come up on left toes, little bend the right knee. Inhale, step back to plank pose. You can put knees down if you want, or keep them up. Breathe out, lower with control. Come on down to Mother Earth. Release the tops of your feet. Inhale to Cobra. Exhale, push up, no push up, whatever. Just breathe out into a down dog. Yeah. We ain't skipping a beat here. Left leg, inhale, take it up. 3-leg dog. 2 or 3 breaths here as you flirt with the angle of your pelvis. Remember, left hip, lifting hip over standing hip is going to be more inner thighs, more pelvic floor. Hips even, you want to be more hamstring. It's kind of cool, right? Just exploring, looking for some stuff. Now, then one more breath in. See if you can travel over your exhale. Let your left foot make its way towards your left thumb as you exhale. Bottom of exhale lands your left foot. Yeah, right? Cool. We're going to be up on right toes with our left pectoral over our left thigh and just open wings. Well, here we are, balancing lunge. You know we're here for a moment, so we'll start pushing right hip forward, left hip back, bending left knee, pulling top of skull away from tailbone, all this length, all this opening, reaching fingertips away. How about contract triceps here? That's pretty cool. On inhale, sweep biceps to ears, touch all 10 fingers if it's cool. As you exhale, sweep arms back and just stand up on your left leg. And did you know that your right big toe can be 1 millimeter off the ground and you're still in the pose? Maybe you wish to fold forward more, bringing torso parallel to planet, lifting right leg a little higher than right hip. Wherever it's at, you can certainly engage back muscles and sweep arms beyond the line of your torso. Definitely have a chin tuck to keep a nice long neck, but not a forceful tuck. Keep your throat clear. Deep breath. Now exhale as we come to standing. Set your right foot down next to left and just lift your left knee up out in front of you. Remember the height? What's the proper height for this? I really got no clue, but you know. I bet you can find it. Hands on hips, one inhale. Exhale, just lean your tall torso right. Extend your left leg out. Side kick the left wall. Bruce Lee asana. Let it inhale. Bring torso upright. Left knee right out in front of you. And now it's your left hand. You can take a hold of your knee or big toe of your left foot. If you chose to grab your toe, well, now just begin to lengthen your left leg out. But remember, don't worry about straight leg. Let's focus on tall spine. The moment your spine starts bending in order to achieve this expectation of straight leg is your chance to stop. Straighten your spine. Ooh. Now, whether you're holding knee or foot, let's open that limb, that extremity towards left wall. And you know, it's not for everybody, but some people kind of dig it. You could turn your gaze to the right wall. What the hell happens when we do that? Isn't that crazy? Kind of funky, right? Eyes and leg come right back out front. Ooh. And we'll switch hands. Let your right hand take a hold of your left toe or your left knee. Rotate your chest to left wall. Then reach your left hand back towards the back wall. Yeah. Now it involves possibly some thrills and spills and chills, but if you wish, turn your eyes towards your left thumb. Good. Bring gaze right back forward, torso right back forward. I forgot what's next. Take a breath. That is a good idea. Both hands, yeah. Both hands on your knee or your foot. Good. And now key, straight spine. So let's take a moment again. Roll shoulder blades down, shoulders into armpits. Lift your spine. Inhale, lifting, lengthening. Over the exhale, long torso, strong biceps. Fold over your lifted left thigh. Oh, Ashtanga move right there. Come on back upright. Put both hands on your hips. And if you haven't extended your leg yet, here's an opportunity to flirt with it. Is just kind of do one leg balance. Biceps can come to your ears. Now focus, calmness, inhale, lifting everything you can imagine. Lift over the inhale. Exhale, left foot comes down the ground, torso folds forward, right leg lifts behind you, arms out like wings. Back to airplane balance. Good. And let's keep this moving, let's keep it grooving. Left hand, come on down to, I don't know, a block or mat, but it's below your left shoulder. And we just start opening, right side body. Yeah, good. And remember here, you can play with this. You can bend the right knee and make a bind. It's optional. Everything here is optional. The first option available is always to skip, to discard. If you took a bind, just let go. Inhale, lengthen leg and arm. You know what? Here's something we didn't do other side. While we're here, how about drop your right arm over your right ear and start reaching your right fingertips to front wall, sole of right foot to back wall. Try to roll right chest open. Oh my God, asana, what is he saying? One more breath. Exhale here. Right hand to sky. Take a breath. Exhale, rotate back to airplane balancing just for a moment. Catch your equilibrium. Big breath of air. Exhale, begin bending left knee. Bring torso down over left thigh. Wow. Balancing stick. Now, let's go ahead and put hands on the mat somewhere close to left foot. And then take a breath. And as you exhale, begin. Just start straightening your left leg, lifting your right leg, standing split. Anybody remember that long, crazy Sanskrit name? I forgot it already. One more inhale here. It's not for long, so just get it while you can. Exhale, begin to lower your right foot down towards the back of the mat. Again, personal degree on how far back. Right foot is flat, heel, sole, toes, everything touching. Left leg is straight. Push left hip back, right hip forward. Pyramid pose, side intense stretch. This is also just a forward fold, isn't it? It's like Uttanasana, same thing. Probably the last move on the planet that I ever want to lose. The ability to bend over, pick up my grandchild. Now with right hand on the mat or block below your right shoulder, let's take a breath and open left hand to the sky as we point chest to the left side wall. Here we are, yet another pose. Very generic cues to get you to pose. My job is done. Now you got about 3 or 4 breaths to do your job. Personalize it. Find the sensation individual to your particular body. And you know how to do that. Slight movement, slight adjustment, all with deep breath. And all these changes, one thing stays the same, right? Your calmness, because your breath is steady. Totally cool. One breath in. Breathing out, left hand comes on back down. We come up on right toes and a little slight bend in left knee. Inhale, step your left foot back to plank. Exhale, bend your elbows and just lower down like a feather floating, strong, steady. Oh, I saw that. Inhale, cobra. That was beautiful, strong. Exhale, down dog. Yeah. I felt that. That one was so strong you just did. I could feel it. Beautiful. Few breaths here. Just kind of enjoy it. What the heck you just walked yourself through. Just enjoy it. Now, we have absolutely no problems in the world right now except for the clock. It is ticking. So let's kind of move here. Take a breath. Fill your tailbone up. Exhale, stay here. I got one more for you. Ready? From down dog. Let's take your right arm behind your back of your hand at sacrum. Yeah, we were here before, but like infomercial, wait, there's more. Square your hips, square your shoulders. Calm your face, soft face. Begin to lift your left leg up behind you. My teacher calls this supreme balancing. So I'm the guy that has to have a wall to do a handstand. What if I want to do handstand, but I have no wall? I have this pose right here. Same benefits. Good. Shaking, falling. I hope you fall. This is where we learn. Stay calm in the fall. Smile. Know your practice is working. One more breath. Here's how we leave it. Put your hand down first and then lower your leg. Good job. Good job. Thank God, not octopus. Only 2 sides. Left hand behind your back of your hand at sacrum, please. If you want to do the shoulder stretch, you can scoot your hand up your back. It's available. Not necessary by any means. Shoulders and hips as level as you can imagine. Right leg starts lifting. You can pick that sucker up 2 inches and you're in the pose. Did you know that? You lift it as high as you need to find the moderation where you're not chasing anything, but you're not running away from anything. Neck is still soft. Gaze is focused. Face is soft. Breath is steady. Will this dude shut up and take me out of this pose? You don't need that. You can drop out anytime you like, right? It's your practice. Hand returns to the mat first and then lower your leg. Oh, oh, oh. Let's move on. Deep breath. Tilt your tailbone up. Now exhale, step or quietly float your feet to your hands. Forward fold. Inhale, glance forward, lengthening. Over the exhale, simultaneously lift your heels, bend your knees, squat down on toes, and sit on your heels. Yeah, you got it, you got it. Trust yourself. You're there. You're there. We're just sitting down on our heels with them lifted off the mat. Now you can keep hands down on the mat, maybe out beside your hips, right? That helps with balance. You can flirt. You can place your palms on your thighs. Yeah. Now how about this? Let's open knees. If you need hands on the mat, just place them on the mat there, kind of in front of crotch. Let your heels roll into a very personal area as knees open wide. Okay? Now, you can stay right here for the rest of this little sequence. If you wish, bring the back of your right wrist to your inner right knee. You can touch index finger to thumb tip. Left hand on left hip. Press into the back of your right wrist and rotate your chest to the left. You can stay here for the rest of the sequence, or bring right hand to the mat, right elbow to inner right knee. Chest still facing left wall. You can stay here, or bend your elbow and bring your right shoulder, armpit down inside right leg. You can stay here, or wrap your right arm around the front of your right shin, your left arm around your back. If fingers meet, take a bind. If not, grab a hold of Lululemons. Begin opening shoulder up, looking at wall. You can look over left shoulder. Here we go. Deep knee bend, toe balance, and twisting. Nothing fancy. It's really unimpressive, but it's super dynamic, super sweet. Release whatever you're holding on to. Come back center, upright with spine, and we just go back the wrists inside of knees. Left hand stays where it's at. You can bring your right hand. There you go. Now you can right hand hip. You can take left elbow down inside of left knee if you like. You can go a little further. Begin bringing left armpit, left shoulder inside of left knee. You can go a little further if you like. Wrap your left arm around the front of your left shin, right arm around your back. And you know what? If the fingers don't touch on this side, but they did the other side, you're normal, perfectly fine. Grab some clothing and just start to spread shoulders open. Maybe look over right shoulder and just indulge in the sweetness of the sensation with no mind of the aesthetics. Who cares what it looks like? How's it feel? Yeah. Release that, come on back center. And at some point, I imagine toes started complaining. Let's go ahead and bring knees together, still sitting on heels, maybe hands on mat for safety. Lower your knees to the mat. Toes still bending. We're going to hang out here and let the feet get some love. They serve us day in, day out without too much complaint. How about we send all kinds of nutrient-rich, oxygenated blood into them right now? Oh, breathe. Toes of fire. Place hands on the mat in front of you. Lean into palms. Release the tops of the feet to the mat. Then go ahead and sit back on your shins. Oh man, who needs to pay for a foot massage? You got asana. Woo! Once again, hands to mat. Lean into them. Cross your shins deeply. And just sit on back to cross leg, to crisscross applesauce. Now bring soles of your feet together. Heels just come on in as close to your crotch as you wish. You can grab a hold of ankles or feet. Let knees fall open. You look like a butterfly, right? Breathing in, lift your rib cage, the entirety of your rib cage up away from pelvis. Breathing out, bend your elbows, strong biceps, keep the length. Torso comes forward. Yeah, it's going down, but think forward, long. Keep this length. Take another breath here. Maybe elbows helping. Now, exhale, little further forward. Take one more breath, lengthening. Now you can exhale, drop your head, round your back. Woo. And while you're here, just do a little inventory of every sensation you're feeling, where you're feeling it at. Looking at it without too many adjectives and certainly no judgment. And looking at it with just a whole lot of loving acceptance and contentment, compassion, generosity. You're giving yourself generosity here. How about forgiveness? All the benevolent traits that we can practice in this really cool thing we've been given to do. Power yoga is any time I spend empowering benevolent qualities while eradicating malevolent qualities. You can do that while washing dishes, while grocery shopping. You can practice power yoga every waking minute if you like. Come on back upright. Bring knees together. Hug them in. Drop your face towards your knees. Now make sure everything around you is clear behind you. And just come roll through your back. Yeah. Flat on your back. Just take legs straight up like you're going to put soles of the feet on your ceiling. Now with arms along your sides, palms down, a little strong tricep, a little strong core. Let's touch our toes towards the mat above our head. Yeah, just push up and over. You got it. Yeah. And you notice I said towards? Toes don't got to touch the mat. They can just float. Knees can be a little bent. Legs can be a little open. But here's some things that I consider a must. Neck is free. Everything's in shoulders and triceps. Face is soft. And you're just kind of reversing all those cobras, up dogs that we did prior to this. Now let's do this step by step. We're just going to take care of some of the stress, the physical stress. See if you can interlace your fingers somewhere under your back there. Lengthen your arms and swiggle elbows close to where you feel upper outer arms touching the mat. Good. Let go of the bind, bend your elbows and bring your palms to kidney area-ish. Kind of sacrum, kind of lumbar, that curvy, nice spot there. And then let your torso fade into your palms. So the torso from shoulder to hip joint, kind of like leaning Tower of Pisa, right? Now, one leg at a time, bring your legs straight up to ceiling. You don't need mirror, don't worry, just feel your legs coming straight up from hip crease to heel bone. So torso is a little angled, legs are a little straight, neck is a whole lot free. face is soft, breath is steady, mind is quiet, and all the blood is rushing down into heart, thyroid, pituitary, pineal. As you're reversing the natural effects of one of the biggest stresses in our life, gravity. My opinion, this year is the queen of inversions. A lot of people can go ahead and enjoy it. It's open for so many people, available. Now, paying attention, because something might have changed while you were up here. Go ahead and bring your palms or your feet, your legs back to prior pose. And, kind of little chuckle and go, oh, holy smokes, Steve's still in Florida, isn't he? Now bring your palms to the mat, pressing into palms and triceps. Use tricep strength, core strength, to roll your spine flat to the mat. Once you feel your sacrum hit, hug right knee to right pectoral and continue to allow your left long leg to go to the mat. Dig it. Good. Nice. So right arm open out wide. You can have it straight out like a wing. You can bend your elbow for a little more external shoulder rotation, like saguaro cactus. Options, right? Take a breath, and then with an exhale, use your left hand to twist your right knee over your body and turn your head over towards right wall. Just a little twist. Now, we were here before, right? We were standing up on one leg. And now we can kind of indulge in the twist a little more because we're secure, safe on our backs. Hey, we were here before with legs straight, feet on the floor. Remember the twisting triangle? At some point, all the similarities in these poses, we're like, oh, wow, you know what? All this is really just a breathing practice, a concentration practice. All these poses are so similar. Come back center as we make the switch, both knees in, and then keep the left knee as you release right, let right leg go out straight. Dig it. And then left arm opens to the style you like. And you use an exhale to pull your left knee across your body to the right, turn your head to the left. All these poses, the similarities are so many different ways, in a very short period. I mean, we're at 56 minutes. That's not a long time when you consider all the tissues of the body we're trying to touch. And then that multiplies when you think of the different aspects of physicality we want to hit. We're looking for tone, strength, with the right now strength. We're looking for stamina, that's strength over duration. We're looking for suppleness, flexibility, range of motion. We're looking for cardio when you felt your heart rate going fast, right? And we're also looking for balance, all five of these things. With every aspect of your body, holy smokes, 60 minutes goes like more, crazy. And we still got to be right between too much, not enough. All these things to contemplate as we breathe, as we quiet. Come on back center, hugging both knees in. And we did touch an awful lot of stuff, but maybe we missed something. Let's see. Let's make sure we didn't. Hug your knees in as tight as you please. You might be holding shins or hamstrings, or maybe you got your arms wrapped all the way around, grabbing elbows. Bring cheekbones towards knees to personal degree, and then just start just started contracting muscles, everything you can think of, like toe muscles, the foot, the ankles and calves and shins, thighs, hands, toilet muscles, belly, armpit muscles, everything except for jaw. Teeth still not touching. Now, once everything is contracted, maintain the contraction. Full inhale. I need big breaths. Now, release, exhale, extend arms and legs out and melt into Mother Earth or your peak pose of Savasana. And if it's not already there, perhaps direct your thoughts to points of gratitude. Let breath go natural. No more intentional breath. Just let go. Let breath do what it do. And spend a little time indulging in that. You feel that steady, sweet stream of sensation buzzing all over your body? Anybody experiencing tingly palms? Enjoy that for a while. You earned it. And I leave each of you with my gratitude, and I leave you with my love. Oh, Shanti.